All right, guys, so we should be to the point where we are completely done with our sharpening, our outlining. We've done our stems, our leaves, our flower petals, everything it's done. It has designs. And we're going to move on to the color aspect of our project. So we're taking the idea from Kandinsky of layered circles, and we're going to use all of the different types of color schemes that we've learned previously. So some color schemes that you could use would be like primary colors, which are red, blue, and yellow. You could use secondary colors, which are orange, violet, and green. You can use a set of complementary colors, so like red and green, or purple and yellow, or orange and blue. You could also use warm colors, which are your reds and oranges and yellows, or your cool colors, which are purples, greens, and blues. You could also use what's called analogous colors, and these are like 3 to 5 colors next to each other on the color wheel, but you would just be dealing with 3. So you could do like orange, yellow, and green, because those are next to each other on the color wheel. You could also potentially do what's called monochromatic, which is shades of one color. So like all shades of purple or all shades of blue on your project. Okay, so there's 2 different ways to do this. The first one is using construction paper. So if you're in class or at home and you have construction paper, you're gonna take your circle stencils that you used. So I'm gonna start off with this one. So this is a flower, right? And this is the circle that I used to start it off with. And maybe I want this one to be blue. So I'm gonna take my construction paper, right? And when you trace things, you wanna make sure that it's on the very edge. You don't want to trace in the middle because then you're wasting all this paper around it. So always work from the edge. So I'm gonna put it on the very edge like this, and I'm gonna go ahead and trace around it. And then move it off, and then I'm gonna cut this out. All right, so I have my first circle, and then I'm gonna play repeat, I'm gonna do this again. So if mine is monochromatic, I'm gonna take another circle that's smaller, like this, and then one more, because I need to have 3, and it's gonna be even smaller, like so. So if you're at home, you'll have to find, different size lids or different size circle things. And I'm gonna do the same thing, I'm gonna put it close to the edge, and I'm gonna go ahead and trace around it, and then cut this out as well. Now, once I have everything cut out, then I'm gonna go ahead and use a scrap sheet of paper, and I'm gonna start off with these smaller ones, and I'm just gonna run some glue on the side that I drew on. So here's my glue. I'm gonna just glue around it, stick it to the side I did not draw on, and center it. And then I'm gonna flip this one over because that's the side I drew on, glue it, and stick it to this one. So then I have my centered 3. 1, 2, 3. Like so. And then I will glue this piece here. So you're gonna do this for all your flowers. Now you can do multiple things with this. You can either have all of them where they're all the same color scheme, so they could all be monochromatic. You can do it to where they're all different. So say for example, I wanted to do it where they're all different. Like maybe this one goes here, this is primary colors. And then maybe this one goes here, this is analogous colors. And then maybe this one goes, I haven't glued this one together yet, here, and this one is warm colors. And then you could have another one that goes there. This one's too big, but this would be, your monochromatic. Again, these are shades of purple. So you could sit there and have different ones, or you could do the same. Now let's say you're at home and you don't have construction paper. So you're gonna do the same concept. So this is like the center of my flower. So you would find 2 more smaller portions, and then you would do basically the same. You would start off with your color on that, and I would work from the center out, but that's just me. You wanna do your inside outline. So you're gonna go around like this, and then color one direction all the way across, and then you would continue with another color, and then you would continue all the way out. All right, and then when you have yours done, whether it's colored or whether you worked in construction paper, and you have it all completely done, and then you're finished. You could also potentially do this in crayon or color pencil, or if you only have paint, you know, any of those options is fine, as long as it's layered circles. All right, and that is it. So I hope you enjoyed your Kandinsky project, and I look forward to seeing everybody's end results.